Hi, boys and girls. It's time for our foundations lesson. Our I can statement today is I can read trick words and also I can read words with glued sounds and bonus letters and suffixes. So we've learned so much in foundations and you all are doing such a fantastic job. Let's start with our sound cards. We're going to start with our glued sounds and then move into our digraphs and then into our vowels and consonants. So we have A-L-L, ball, all. Say it with me. A-L-L, ball, all. A-M, ham, am. A-N, fan, an. W-H, whistle, wah. C-H, chin, ch. S-H, ship, sh. T-H, thumb, th. C-K, sock, k. A, apple, a. B, ball, b. C, cat, k. D, dog, d. E, ed, eh. F, fun, f. G, game, g. H, hat, h. I, itch, I. J, jug, j. K, kite, k. L, lamp, l. M, man, m. N, nut, n. O, octopus, ah. P, pan, p. Q, u, queen, qua. R, rat, S, snake, s. T, top, t. U, up, V, van, v. W, wind, wa. X, fox, x. Y, yellow, y. And Z, zebra, z. And I drew a blank on B and I said ball, but that's all. It is B, bat, b. So let's go back down here to our glued sounds one more time. We have A-L-L, ball, all. And when we see A-L-L, we box it in because it's a glued sound. Same as am. A-M, ham, am. A-N, fan, an. All right, we have some trick words we're going to work on. And this is our sentence, and we see this little girl holding an apple. And our sentence is actually a question. So we want to ask it in a way that we would read it to ask a question. And the way we read that is, who wants an apple? Notice capital at the beginning, spaces between each word, and then a question mark at the end. And she's asking who wants an apple. Our trick word of the day is who. And it's definitely a trick word because we know that WH says whistle, but in this word, it just says who. It makes just the H sound. So it's a word we cannot sound out. And it is a question word. When we start a sentence with that word, we know we have to end it with a question mark. They're partners. They go hands in hand. When there's a question word at the beginning, we end with a question mark instead of a period. If we put the scoops in, we would say, who wants an apple? Everyone read that with me. Who wants an apple? Nice job, boys and girls. Okay, so right now on your board, I want you to write who 5 times. Practice spelling it, W-H-O. And you could even practice writing that sentence if you get done. You can write who wants an apple. Go ahead and copy that right now. Teachers, you may pause the video if you need some extra time. And we're going to move on to our next trick word, which is right here. And it's another question word. See the W? That's a clue that it's a question word too. Now this one isn't like who. It doesn't sound like an H. It is the word what. And we would read this, what time is it? Again, question word has to have its partner, the question mark, at the end of the sentence instead of a period. And there you can see we have the trick word of the day circled. What time is it? And if we put those scoops in, boys and girls, we would say, what time is it? And then you could tell me the clock says what time. Does anyone know? 2 o'clock. So our question is, what time is it? And I want you right now on your board to write the word what 3 times. And if you have time, write the sentence. I want to see you have a nice capital, finger spaces between the words, and a question mark at the end. You may pause your video, and you may do that right now. And welcome back. Our next sentence is, when will you be here? And notice another question word, when. And it ends with a question mark because we're asking a question, and the little boy's zipping along and he's probably thinking, here I am, it's 2:00. So when will you be here? And if I put the scoops in, I would read it like this. When will you be here? All right, boys and girls, right now I want you to write when 3 times on your board. And if you have time, go ahead and write that sentence with a capital, spaces in between each word, and a question mark at the end. And make sure you circle that trick word. All right, boys and girls, before we move on from our trick words, remember, trick words cannot be tapped out. So we're not going to tap them when we see them. We just need to know these question words. They start with WH, so that's a clue. When I see a question word, I need WH. And there are more than these 3, but these are the 3 we're working on today. They are who, what, and when. So boys and girls, what we're going to do right now is we are going to, if you are at home, in the back of your octopus book on the little lines, I want you to write those 3 words, who, what, and when. And if you're at school, we did this on the dry erase board. So now we're going to practice a little dictation. So boys and girls, if you have your dry erase board, that is perfect. But we are going to do a couple sounds and a couple words and a couple trick words in one sentence. So boys and girls at home, now you're going to take out your wind book and you are going to have just a clean page. And we are going to start with a couple sounds and then we'll do a couple words. So boys and girls, let's see here. So the first sounds going across the top that I want you to write on that top line, I want you to write the sound all. All. What letters say all? And mark it up, please. Next to that, I want you to write am. Am. And mark it up. Next to that, I want you to do Now on the next line, we're going to do 3 words. 3 words. The first word I want you to do is the word I want you to do the word fan. 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 Now next to fan, mark it up. I want you to do hams. Hams. So remember, you'll do ham, and then you'll add the suffix s. So do hams. And the next word is rocks. I found a lot of rocks outside. Okay, so now we're going to move down to another line and we're going to do 2 trick words. Okay, the first one I want you to do, now we're not looking at anything from before. I want you to do were. Were you at school today? Were. And the next one I want you to do is who. We just learned that today, so it should be fresh in your mind. Who. And then you're going to move down to the next line, and we have one sentence to do. It is, who has the pens? Go ahead and write that sentence. Who has the pens? All right, boys and girls at home, you can take a picture and send that to your teacher on Seesaw. And we are going to move on. So today we also have a review of reading these words. So let's stay together. Let's read these words going down. Ready? The, and, is, his, of, as, has, to, into. All right, boys and girls, the second column, read these with me. We, he, she, be, me, for, or, you, your, I. Good job. Third column, read these with me. they, won, was, said, from, have, do, does, were, are. And the last three we just learned today to add to our list. Who, what, when. Nice job, boys and girls. All right. Now, we are looking at these words. We're going to practice these really quick. They have the suffix S at the end. Then I'm going to send you on your way to do your page in your book, which is review of your trick words we learned today. So these words, notice they have a bonus letter, glued sound. I can tell by the colors of the cards where the vowels are. And then there's the suffix S on these cards too. So remember, for these words, we tap out, but we don't tap the suffix S. So let's try the first one. B-il, b-il, bill, and then we add the suffix S, so we would say bills. So that S sounds like a Z at the end. All right, let's try the next one. Let's tap out the base word. Puff, 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 and then we add the suffix S, and the word becomes puffs. Let's try this word. Am. Remember a glued sound, we just say am, am, and then we add the suffix S, and the word becomes hams. It's interesting, some of these sound like Z at the end, like bills and hams, but puffs sounds like an S. Let's try this one. Pack, pack, and add the suffix S, it becomes packs. All right, let's try this one. Moth, and it becomes moths, more than one. And the last word I want you to try right here is kid, kid, and let's add the suffix S, kids. Nice job, boys and girls. Okay, your assignment for today is in your booklet. It's page 10. So there's a 10 circled at the bottom, and it has sentences that have at the top, you have who, what, and when, your 3 trick words we learned today. We have to fill in the blank and then draw a line to the picture that matches. So number 1 says blank will kick the black and white balls. So you see soccer balls here. So the question would be, who will kick the black and white balls? So since it's the first word of the sentence, we know we need to start with a capital W-H-O. So write in who, and then you will draw a line to connect it to the soccer balls, just like I did right there. When you are done with this, take a picture and send it to your teacher on Seesaw. So you should send us 2 pictures today, one with your dictation and one with this. All right, guys, have a great day. Bye.